Billy, use the cleaner.
Oh. Touchdown.
Yeah, it only works with Doritos.
Why only Doritos?
You ask too many questions, Billy.
Hello all, welcome back to Shaving with Peg Leg, and today we go to war. Second in the Barrister and Man, the Four Horsemen series is war. Well, he's the second horseman in the apocalypse, so that's what we're using. And if you're going to war, you need your helmet on, so we're using a knight's helmet. And you need a sword. So we're going to use a Wilkinson Sword made in India. So, when he broke the second seal, I heard the second living creature saying, "Come," and another, a red horse, went out. And to him who sat on it, it was granted to take peace from earth, and that men would slay one another, and a great sword was given to him. They missed the mark on this logo. War. He's got a sword. You see it right there. But he's usually holding it over his head, which is a symbol to commence battle, to start fighting. All right. I'll read you the scent notes once again. It's hot metal, gunpowder, citrus, resins, and moss. The citrus, resin, and moss is a base for all four of the soaps in this series. Okay, war. Notes of metal, aldehydes, gunpowder, leather, citrus, resins, clary, sage, and amber. This peculiar, unsettling, clean aroma of ozone and gun oil hangs over the scent of war like smoke on a battlefield. Belaying the foul elemental hunger beneath. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Well, let's get into the dogs of war. Using the scuttle, get war's hot, so we're going to have warm lather, aka Brushworks, 24 millimeter G5C knot. This is my Never Alone 2 knot. But I thought the look of it was kind of chaotic, like the field of battle. So we're just going to get right into this sucker. Turn my fan a little bit. It's blowing right on my face. It dries the lather out. So yes, I was wondering what razor they use for this, and I was like, oh, got to use the knight's helmet. Because you're going to war, you need a helmet. Yaqi knight's helmet, and just a handle I picked up off of Amazon. You can get them anywhere, Etsy, eBay. They're like $10. Where I cut myself last shave, I just caught it. I don't know if I opened it up or not, but I caught it. I felt it. Because this razor, I want to check something. I don't think I've ever checked to see if this has positive blade exposure or not. Let's find out. We'll find out together. Feeler gauge. No, it's neutral. It's neutral blade exposure, which is good because this has a 1.75 millimeter blade gap. And you really, really don't want a positive blade exposure with that much blade gap. My nose. Alright. This scent right now, all I'm picking up is the smell of hot metal, or just metal, if you want to put it that way. It's the only thing I'm really picking up. Plague. I smelled that the next morning after I got up. I could still smell it because, you know, I put it on my mustache and everything, and I could still smell it, and it faded a couple hours after I woke up. So around 11 o'clock it really was gone, but it still lasted a good 12 to 14 hours, that scent. Yeah, I know I already did it, but I wanted more. Okay. Pick up all my stragglers. All right. This date, 1962. No, this is not an invention one or anything. I'm not going across the grain with this razor. I like my neck. So I'll do 2 passes against the grain with it. John F. Kennedy, President of the United States, by television address, told the American people that there were Soviet nuclear ballistic medium-range missiles based in Cuba, and that he intended to quarantine Cuba with a naval force. He did not use the word blockade. You will see the word blockade used in several stories, but at that time he was told not to use the word blockade because it was legally enacting a state of war. Now, when the U-2 spy plane flew over Cuba and saw the bases for the SS-4 and the SS-5 Soviet medium-range ballistic missiles, he met with his advisory committee, and they all said, carpet bomb the area, B-52s, and do a land invasion of Cuba and eliminate this threat once and for all. That's what his advisors wanted. But Kennedy said, no, we're going to quarantine Cuba, stop any more missiles from being deployed there, intercept any ships heading to Cuba, and inspect their cargo. Any ships, warships, freighters, fishing vessels, it did not matter. All ships were to be boarded and searched. And the Soviets had convinced Castro to let them put the missiles on Cuba in retaliation for the U.S. putting Jupiter ballistic missiles in Italy and Turkey, so close to their borders. So they wanted something close to our borders. So they convinced Castro, and of course Castro, he wanted that Soviet cash and assistance. He agreed to it. But Kennedy spoke with First Secretary Khrushchev, Nikita Khrushchev, several times, and they worked out an agreement. The U.S. would remove the missiles from Turkey, not the ones from Italy, even though it's speculated that they were removed, but it was not part of the original agreement, just the missiles in Turkey, and the Soviets would remove their missiles from Cuba. Thus ending a stalemate and a standoff and a possible nuclear war. Because the Soviet ships would not be boarded. They just turned around and stayed outside the zone that we had quarantined, waiting for further instructions before they were told to come back. Right there, and of course right through here, always. But cooler heads prevailed. Instead of the Washington Warhawks, he should have, the same ones that told Bush to invade Iraq for no reason. No, they weren't the same guys, but cooler heads did not prevail in that situation. And the whole Cuban Missile Crisis led to there being a direct, you've seen it in movies, the red phone, the direct hotline to the Soviet Union. That whole crisis put that into play. Established and set up that hotline directly to Moscow. Got it. This section right here, my neck just does not want to cut. Even with this razor. Okay, now I got it. Now I'm BBS. Alright. Yeah, you don't play around with that razor. You gotta really watch what you're doing with that razor, because that sucker will bite into you. I like the smell. I like the scent of this soap. I really do. Let me get that oil off my forehead. Wash the eyebrows too, boy. That's all right. That's a good scent. I like dark scents, and that is dark. That's hot metal is a dark scent. Okay. Time to take it all off. I only had 2 days worth of growth. That was not enough for that razor. Well, it was on my neck. My neck is always bitch to shave, though. Don't ever get a fat neck. Well, I'm getting blood. I think I got myself down here. All right. My alum block. Oof. I'm getting like a 3 all across my whole neck. Oof. I'm getting a 1 on my face because this thing removes skin, not just 1 layer. It's like 3 layers of skin gone. It really it gets in there, guys. That thing will really, and that Wilkinson swords are not the sharpest blade in the drawer, you know, or in the shed, whatever you want to say, but they're not the sharpest blade. They're not a feather or a Nasset or anything. They're decent blades, don't get me wrong. That's why I used it. I mean, I don't use shit blades, but I try not to anyways. On purpose. And you guys watch me, I get tings and dings and maybe a half a point on the face. I got like a 1 to a 2 on the face and like a 3 on the neck. Okay. Give it a shake. A little bit of war go a long way. That's a good restrictor. Oh, that's enough. Like I said, this has alcohol in it, but I don't get any burn from it. I'm getting citrus out the aftershave. I'm metal and citrus. All Alright, it's there. I was going to say it's coming up now. And there it is. Isn't that much? Citrus and amber off the balm. With metal in the background, but it's citrus and amber hit me. Alright. So, Barrister and Man War. What do I think? Yeah, see, I caught that right there. I opened it back up. Well, that's where I caught myself, right there. Alright. I'll take care of that. Love it. Love the scent. You guys know I'm a dark scent fanatic. I do like some of the brighter scents, some citrus scents and everything, but my preference is okay. I'm just going to leave that, let it sit. I'm not going to take it off. So I did catch myself there. Alright. I knew I caught myself somewhere. I thought it was down here though. Knight's Helmet. If you want an aggressive razor, this is it. The only razor I know that's more aggressive than the Knight's Helmet is this, the Future. This is a 2mm blade gap on setting 6. This is a 1.75. This is a 2. This will be the razor I use for death because it kills everything. With a 2mm blade gap, yes, it kills everything. So you'll see that one again in 2 shapes. I don't know what I'm going to use for famine. Something that's hungry. Ooh, I know. It'll be another Yaqi. It'll be another Yaqi. The slant. We'll use that one for famine because it's always hungry. Alright guys, I appreciate it. I'll see you, what's today? Saturday. I will see you tomorrow for a head shave and then again on Monday for this one. Alright guys, I appreciate you being here. Thanks to whoever used my affiliate link. We're getting close to that $25. If you use my affiliate link, when it hits $25, I will buy a $25 gift card and give it away to you guys. I appreciate that. Don't forget, I'm going to post the link to 4 channels that I watch, I subscribe to in the description box. If you're not subscribed to those guys, please give them a hit. These are all guys under 1,000 subs. I'm just trying to boost everybody's numbers as best I can. Just my little channel trying to help everybody out. That's all I can do. Alright guys, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. If you like the smell of metal, there you go. So war is over. By the way, this Horseman was not war in general. It was more about civil war. Brother fighting against brother type of war. This is not about general country versus country. This was about civil war. More so than general war. Okay? That's what he was about. Alright guys, take care out there. Appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot for showing up. Don't forget the affiliate link. Don't forget the link to this channels. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you being here and watching. Enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.